Hello, everybody. Welcome back to a brand new stream. Today, we are at the co-owner debate. How wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. We are at the co-owner debate. Alright, everybody. We're going to start with our first question. What will be the first thing you do as co-owner if elected? Let's see what our candidates have to say. Auguy says, if I'm elected co-owner, I will continue to come up with ideas to improve the activity. Great answer. Let's see what Jai has to say. Celebrate with some cookies and pizza in the founder pizza and start discussing some changes to make CC better, as I am trying to do at the moment. Also, a really good answer by Jai. We're going to move on to our second question of the day. Not really question, but we're going to have them name 5 things you have done for the Cookie Club. Seems like they're typing for a very long time. They're probably making a very thoughtful answer, but quality answer is over quantity, you know. So let's see. All guys list get $3 million, 2 helping construction of all CC properties, 3 made CNC game, 4 significantly helped make official CC game, and 5 came up with a lot of ideas to improve CC. An amazing list by Auguy. Let's see what Jai's list consists of. 1 helped 3 members join in 7 hours, 2 have been active, 3 fixed the security crisis, 4 ideas changed CC, 5 had the idea to make Cookie Club game. That's a good list too. Let's see what Auguy says. He says, actually, let's see what he has to say here. How did you help solve the security crisis, and being active isn't actually a contribution? It is what is expected of you. Ooh, Auguy said he was going to be brutal this debate. I think this is just the start of it. He said being active is good deed, unlike many other members. That's also true. A lot of members are inactive. That's a big problem. Jai is saying that he's doing a good deed to the club by being active. That's also a true statement by him. Let's see what Auguy has to say back to him, or he's done. I don't know. We'll see. What does Auguy have to say here? He's thinking. He's typing. It is not a significant thing you've done that stands out from other high-ranking members. Ooh, came back with that one. Let's see. Jai may respond, I don't know. Let's see what he has to say. Let's see what he has to say with those shiny teeth. He says, and I made my friends join the security team so we could get more security members to fix the security crisis, but you probably did not remember. Let's see what Auguy has to say about that. Security was never an issue, it was just an RP thing. Ooh, that's also true. Let's see what he has to let's see if Jai is going to respond. Most of your friends that you convinced to join are inactive, so it didn't solve anything. Ooh, he clapped back with that one. Well, you guys kept on complaining about it, so I thought it was a real thing. Wait, what? Mario? Who's Mario? Huh. Anyways. Alright, we're moving on to our third question. This is going to be... Alright, Jai has one more thing to type before we move on. Let's see what he has to say. I was HOS for a little bit, till I got downgraded to HOF. In my time as HOS, I helped security crisis. You know, the HOS is probably the only one that can help the security crisis. At least they can help it the most. I believe that's what he's trying to say here. As HOS he tried to help. I think that's what he's trying to say here. Auguy's probably going to say something back, so let's focus on him. The man is thinking. What's he gonna think? Alright, they're speaking out of our piece. Let's look at the audience for a second. You know, I really do think the next question is important because we do need to fight a certain crisis that is really bad. Okay, so look, we only have 2 people attending. That's pretty bad. Anyways, let's do the next question. It is, what will you do about inactive members? Alright, Jai says punishment and payment or suspension, maybe even ban if they're not there for even 1 day. That's pretty harsh, Jai. Wow. Was not expecting you to come up with an answer like that. Plus discussion with owner. Ooh. Auguy says, I do think we need a more active HOS and HOM to punish members accordingly without owner and co-owner always having to get involved. That is really true. When, like, Auguy is always involved with stuff. Like, I feel like that's why he's probably really, like, criticized for always being involved with stuff, because he's really the only one that does stuff regarding punishment, because it's all those people that are meant to be punishing that are the ones getting punished. I do agree with that totally, Auguy. Josh says, or it could be Augen. Auguy says, you know. Alright, our next question. How you assist the owner with their operations? By the way, that's gonna be me. Vote for me, guys. You know, I'm the only one to vote for, though. Unless you don't like me, for whatever reason. Anyways, bruh, who's Mario? Mr. Mario. Bro has a Grow Garden shirt. Anyways, here's what Auguy says. I will suggest advice to the owner and assist them with their tasks on anything they need assistance with. Alright? Bro sent me a friend request. No. Declined. Alright, we may get a new member here. Yo, Shirley, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream, truly. I see you in chat. Alright, they're talking to our new potential member, Mario. Jai needs to give his answer to the question. Let's see what he's going to say. I will assist the owner in constitutional ways and give suggestions to add to CC. They pretty much just said the exact same thing, so I feel like if Auguy or Jai were elected as co-owner, I do think they'd both do really good in assisting me with my administration when I'm elected for owner. Anyways, we're gonna go to the next question. Alright, what will you do to recruit new members? Get people with CC plots to join and avatars our plots and be kind. I would look in Bloxburg and not anywhere else that CC property operates in Bloxburg, so someone that doesn't play Bloxburg would not be active in CC. I do have something to say about Jai's, and then I'll talk about Auguy's. Jai said get people to have CC plots. Not everybody needs an entire CC plot. I completely disagree with that comment, but I do agree with the part with them joining servers to recruit people. I do think that's a good idea. Auguy said everything completely fine. I do think what Auguy said is perfectly agreeable too. I agree with Auguy here. That's all I gotta say. Alright. Alright, our next question. What is one thing you respect about your opponent? Where's Mario going? Where's bro going? I guess bro left. Anyways. I respect that he is active and gotten quite a few members into CC, active or not. Good thing. And then he can handle CC and is a great owner. Two respectable comments. I really like that. Showing respect to each other is definitely something that we need in the Cookie Club, because it's been a really common complaint from people, especially against people, specific people. But yeah. Anyways, let's talk about here. Like I said, didn't you infer I was a bad owner in your ad? Yep, Jai's ad released earlier tonight. In general, you can handle CC and still a good owner. Okay? Alright, next question. If you were not running for this position, who do you think would best fit the role? I'm really interested to see their answers. I would think I would fit good in HOM, since I want an HR role that isn't HOF and I am active, so I can keep the members in check. That's a good idea. Yep. I think Jakuma or Pizza would be best to suit this role, because one, Jakuma has co-owner experience, and two, Pizza is founder of CC, so why not be owner co-owner? Okay. I do think that... Wait a minute. Auguy didn't answer the question correctly. Yeah, Auguy did not read the question correctly. Sir, you look all happy face. You read the question wrong, sir. He says, I think chicken or burger would be both best, and maybe pizza if you can be more active. Okay. Another good idea. Now, next question. Alright, if your opponent wins, what position would you try to get? He would try to run for HOM if Jai were to win. Okay. Let's see what Jai would try to run for if Auguy won. I would run for HOS for HOM to recruit more members and HOS for security reasons. Good answer too. Alright, he says, I have a question. Could HOS guard... Oh, what did he say? Could an HOS guard outside of a CC plot sneakily when there's a lockdown going on? Okay. Also, HOS guard does not exist. It's security guard or HOS, not HOS guard. Just correcting you there. Next question. Who do you think will win the election? Okay, bro. Bro. Okay, anyways. Auguy's gonna say something. Like, I'm gonna vote for my... No, I mean, I'm gonna win, because I'm the best. And then Jai says Auguy, because he has status in CC. Okay, let's see what Auguy says. Alright, he says, I think I will win the election since I am a lot more popular than Jai, and have done a lot more than Jai. For the Cookie Club Jai, such as the 3 million Jais. Okay, okay. Alright, and as our... Alright, this is our last bonus question. Let's see what they think, who did a better performance, and then we're also going to ask you guys who y'all think did a better performance. Let's see what they have to say first. Jai said me because I got more style, and then Auguy says I think I did by a small bit. Okay, so now we're going to go to a vote, and we're going to say who did better. And we're going to do Jai, and we're going to do Auguy. Okay, and now we're going to do our vote. We're going to publish. I'm going to close the screen real quick so nobody knows who I chose. Okay. Okay, let's see. So, 3 people did not vote. 2 people voted Auguy. Dang, 0 people voted for Jai. Wow. Honestly, in my opinion, okay, I was one of the ones that voted for Auguy. Okay, it's not really that much of a secret, but... Okay, we're not going to end the stream. Auguy is calling for a debate with no questions. We're gonna do a revote because somebody didn't vote. Okay, let me close this. Okay, let's see what they're talking about. Yes, from our recognition. Puzza, he didn't win. Also, you did not work for dollar symbol for the Cookie Club. Oh, Zale's here. Mr. Zale Cave Goose Car, former co-owner and former HOM. He is now currently our AHOC. Mr. Zale Cave Goose Car is entering. He shall take a seat. Alright, now let's see. And then he says, that was like 90k compared to my 3 mil. They're talking about how much they've earned for the Cookie Club right now. Of course, Jai has done probably like third or fourth most amount of, of donations to the Cookie Club. I'd say Auguy's number one. Mere Burger is like number 2 or 3. And then Jai or Burger's probably like 3 or 4. I don't know, it's pretty mixed with them. They're just certified Auguy first. And then like it's me, Burger, and Jai are in that like 2, 3, 4 range. And then Urga's saying, then I'm afraid you can't get money for the CC, which leads us to CC having another funding crisis if I don't step in and do something. That's also a really good thing. And then Jai says, become HOF then. I actually do think Auguy would be a really good HOF, but he can also be a really good co-owner at the same time. So, this is really when people need to think more carefully about this. It is really important, this election. Me being owner is not as important as this co-owner election. We need to choose wisely who will do better. As co-owner, I'd promise another $1 million for the Kyoko if I'm elected. See, he's already promising another $1 million because he can actually do that. And for Jai, I don't know if he can. He said he gets bored. He gets bored, as he said. I don't know if he can do that. But Auguy is already promising $1 million. We're gonna wait for them to talk a little bit, and then I'll continue yapping. And then he says, plus I think CC has enough funds. There's never too much. There's never too much funds. Of course, if you had like $100 trillion, it's like way too much. But if you had like 10 million, I'm sure we could use it all on renovations and stuff like that eventually. And then, guys, of course, I think he may have heard me. I don't know, but he said that's not an excuse for quitting working for money. Just one CC2 renovation cost be 400k. Exactly. Jai said, "Why do you have to be so professional?" Ooh, that has nothing to do with the conversation. But anyways, like C4 renovations have already costed at least $500,000. Jai says, "Why do you have to be so professional?" Because it makes you have a good reputation. And he says, "I'm always professional because it's my choice." Okay. Just as well you take it too far. Eh. When he punishes people, that may be true, but otherwise, no, I don't think so. He also says, I like to be professional and not act as childish when talking to other CC members. Okay. I think he's try to mock Jai there, because he does do a lot of immature things when talking to people, especially not at a meetups, but like, then why when we act childish, you get mad? Oh, okay, what's Pizza saying? Oh, let's look at Mr. Zale over here. Mr. Zale. Of course, we have Burger and Pizza over here. Let's see what they're going to be talking about shortly on the stage. In my opinion, this has been a really good debate. Alright, let's read Jai's first. When Jakuma changed the thumbnails, he got suspended for what no one's gonna go back in those streams and change. Auguy says, I just hate seeing this generation ruining their minds with just capable of a lot using brain rot. Jai says, you're also in this generation. That's true. Auguy says the CC channel is meant to be professional. That's also true. It's a public platform that we're using to recruit more members and have people be more active. So it is meant to be professional. Auguy says I don't listen to Braymont. I don't listen to Braymont either. Jai says why can't we have one funny video? Auguy says because the CC is meant to be seen as a fun and professional place for people. Auguy says maybe it'll be entertaining. I just had to throw in something there, you know. Anyways. Jai says thumbs up. Auguy's probably gonna go thumbs down. Cookie Zam. Zale. How do you misspell that? Oh, who's this? Who the... Augen Sawson, as I say. Jai, list your biggest CC accomplishment. Auguy's gonna get mad here pretty soon. Because I know Auguy, and like, I've so basically, if you know somebody for a while, you're gonna basically learn how they act and how they operate. I'm sure with Jai's answer, I also know in Jai, he's probably going to give a pretty weird answer. All guys gonna get pretty brutal here soon. Stay tuned. Also, if you're looking in the chat, it says one person is watching. If you're in the chat, please chat. I will answer your stream chat. He says, sir, answer on my question. I did. What is his biggest accomplishment? I didn't see it. Fine, since all you want is someone go ahead and make one. What is happening? Oh, okay. That guy said, I don't know who that is, but okay. I have no idea who that is, and I don't know why I was trusting them with making a video, but okay. Jai may be proficient. What did I just say? Anyways, Jai may be trying to avoid the question because he doesn't know the answer. I believe that may be what he's trying to do. Also, this event has gone way longer than I intended because of this bonus section that all guys just trying to talk to Jai, anyways, Jai said he was working for a short, okay. Okay, Jai needs to ask one final question, then debate opener. He also needs to answer mine. Oh, so you are listening to the stream, okay. Because it got to be me. It's about CC, when CC was. Sir, 4, the CC. Good. 4. Keyword 4. That is for yourself. Not for CC. My journey to co-owner. Whatever, I'll accept that because I can use it in my ad, and you have done nearly nothing for the CC. Ooh, all guy's gonna be really brutal in this next ad. I can tell. I feel bad for Jai. Really, I feel bad for Jai in this instance because of what all guys doing, but also I kind of agree with all guy. Well, not with everything he says about Jai, but with trying to expose him for I'm gonna stop yapping because I don't know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, Jai says, "Bro, I'm going to the hospital every day. I'm losing my head. Let me ask questions now." Jai, all guy is also going to say something at the end of the debate. You're saying over a month ago when you were initially co, and when you were owner. Were you in the hospital then too? We're going to visit. Jai says no. All guy says. Jai says, and plus I didn't want an owner. That one time you made me owner, you forced me to be owner, so why didn't you do anything then? I didn't. I haven't been co-owner ever. Yes, he has. He was co-owner, from November. No. He was a co-owner from February. No, January to March. Yeah, I didn't want CC to be an everyday priority to me. Okay, I don't want to lecture everything once. I just want fun. Real fun. I kind of agree with Jai there. Maybe we could go back to corner. I want to be HOM right now. Tell CNC. Okay, he's having me look up something then. Alright, as I look this up, we're going to be looking at Auguy's thing. Oh, this is going to be announced. Oh my god. Oh, what? Six votes, one vote. Oh wow. So it's going to be Fun Friday instead. Alright, y'all, this is going to be the end of the stream. I hope you did enjoy. Make sure you join the Cookie Club, or just comment down below if you want to join, and we will respond. Okay? Goodbye.